Hey everyone, how are you today? It's Marla, and this is going to be kind of a fun little video. The first part of the video, I'm going to go over kind of a my perceptions review, and then the rest of the video, part of it's going to be on some of the things I just got at Target, which, oh my gosh, I am head over heels with what I just purchased there, and I will have to tell you about it, but just amazing things I just picked up there that I am so in love with. And then just a couple housekeeping tips maybe, and just tie up some loose ends on some things. So to get started with my perceptions of, I hemmed and hawed and waited and looked at reviews and really decided, do I really need this? Do I not really need this product? And I kind of broke down, and I don't know why. And I purchased the Hourglass Ambient lighting powder that kind of everybody's been talking about, or has been talking about for a while. I think this has been out for a while. This is an expensive product. It comes in, I believe, 6 shades. I looked at each one of them and kind of decided what I wanted. Some of them are more for kind of blurring and really are not a highlighter, and you can kind of use all over your face. And other ones are a little bit more of a highlighter, and I really did not want a highlighter. I already have my What's Up from Benefit. I love that. I just think it's just a great product. Some of them are slightly better for maybe fairer skin versus kind of my medium to light olive skin. And some other ones kind of, if you put on a little bit too much, can actually add a little bit of color to your face. And I really did not want any color added to my face. I just kind of wanted a blurring effect, maybe kind of like a cheesecloth over my face. Maybe that's what I need to start wearing, just a cheesecloth face. I could kind of invent that maybe. But the one I picked up was the Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. And after I read everything about all of these, this one is kind of what I thought I was going to be looking for. This is what it looks like, and it looks almost super white when I'm looking at it right now on my screen. I may be able to take a picture of it and insert it. If I can get a good picture of this, I will insert it right now. This picture is probably the closest I could get to giving a good representation of what the color of this actually looks like. But the reason I got the Fuse is this is kind of a soft yellowish, very, very soft yellowish shade of color, and it's really doesn't impart any color to your face, and it does a good job of blurring kind of the pores on my face maybe. And the reason I also got this is it's also supposed to be good at reducing some redness on your face. It's kind of more of a warm yellow shade. So, and there's no shimmer in this one. So no parabens either. Okay, so let me just kind of show you what it does when I put it on my face, and then I'll give you kind of my perceptions of this. So what I'm gonna do is I did not fork over the money to buy the brush that goes along with this. I figured, let me just try this first, and judging from how much I get out of this when I use it each time, I'm probably gonna have this until I die. I don't think I'm gonna have to replace this even if I wanted to. So let me just kind of do a really light, and when you go over this, you can see kind of the particles. It's kind of a softly, I guess a finely milled powder, because when you brush over this, you can see kind of the flecks of powder kind of going up in the air. So I'm going to, I don't know if you can see, I have a little bit of shininess on my chin, a little bit of shininess right here. Part of it is for my lighting, and I get redness around my nose even though I have it covered up. So let me kind of go over that, and then you can take a look and see what the final results are. So I'm going to just kind of put this in, and you can actually put this all over your face. This is not a highlighter. And I'm going to put it on this side. It's really just kind of supposed to blur and kind of give you more of a sheen. It's probably the best way to put it. And my chin. And it's not what I consider kind of a super, if you're super, super oily, you probably are going to also have to use some type of either blotting powder or something that's going to kind of soak up that oil. and put that over there. All right. I think you can kind of tell that it did kind of mattify my face a little bit. When I look at my face, I don't really see too much of a kind of powdery look on my face. Although, to be honest with you, I really don't see a huge difference between this and my e.l.f. HD powder. Kind of, to be honest with you, the only thing is the e.l.f. HD powder really does not cut down on the redness in my face. But would I purchase this again for $45? Probably not. Not for what I'm seeing I'm getting out of it. I mean, there's like so much hype with this product. Maybe I just have to kind of let it grow on me. But I've been using it for a while now, and in some respects, it almost kind of dulls my face to me because I actually kind of like that dewy look on my face. And then when I put this on, it kind of takes that away. So in my perception, for what I'm looking for, this kind of really isn't something I would repurchase. So that is just my perceptions of this Hourglass in diffused light. Next, for some just kind of general housekeeping things, a couple of things. Those of you who might have purchased the Boscia Cognac sponge. I really love this sponge. It's a great sponge. Although be forewarned, if you love the Boscia Black Gel Cleanser like I do, it will turn your sponge sort of black and dirty looking. Even though the sponge has been cleaned, I can't get that stain out. It really doesn't bother me, but just so you know, if you have a cleanser that is colored, it may stain your cognac sponge, but this still is a great sponge. I really love it. Next, when I was going through the kind of the checkout line at Sephora, I saw this GLO whitening tooth stick, or whatever you want to call it, in kind of the little area as you're checking out. It's almost like where they stick gum in the supermarket. So when I was checking out, they have all these little goodies there, and I saw this and I thought, what the heck? I used to whiten my teeth a long time ago, but my teeth have gotten so sensitive, my gum area, because I have some recession, that I refuse to kind of stick anything on my teeth. I can't even brush my teeth kind of with whitening toothpaste, because if it gets on my gum line, it really starts to kind of give me just a lot of sensitivity. So I thought, what a great concept. You actually, it looks like a stick like this. It has a little slightly angled tip. This is kind of almost like a rubbery feeling. It's a little flexible, if you can see that. And there's a little a knob down here. You just turn this, and on the top, there's these little holes on the top where the gel comes out. And you're supposed to just kind of rub this over your teeth. I believe it's supposed to go with the GLO whitening system that they sell, but obviously I'm not going to buy that because I'm not going to whiten my teeth. And it's mainly for kind of routine maintenance after you've already whitened your teeth. It's supposed to be enriched with vitamins. It's supposed to whiten your teeth a little bit, help with staining, promote gum health. I'm not quite sure about that, and freshen your breath. Honestly, I haven't noticed any major difference in my teeth, and I guess I'm not supposed to notice any major difference in my teeth. I think the concept is fabulous because I love the idea of just being able to pull this out and kind of rub it on my tooth area, but not kind of getting into my gums. You know, I might buy it again. It may help a little bit with stains, but if you're looking for kind of a miraculous change, you're going to have to go with like a regular whitening system. And I really think sometimes the Crest white strips that you get in the supermarket are just as good as, you know, spending the money on a super expensive whitening system. But I still kind of like the concept of this, and once it's gone, I probably might repurchase this again. I just kind of like this idea. And finally, when it comes to kind of my little general information tips, I'm one of these people that tries to kind of squeeze the most juice out of every product I have, whether I have to smash a container to get the little remaining little bits out of it, or I have to cut a tube. A lot of times, this is my Origins cleanser. And I kind of squeeze as much out of this as I possibly can. So like a lot of people, I cut it, but then sometimes once you cut it and it's kind of exposed to the air, it has a tendency to dry out a little bit. So what I do is, and what seems to help reduce the drying out of this product, or of any product that you kind of cut the tube of, I get these little squeezy things. I don't know what they're exactly called, but they're kind of clips, and I get them at Staples. They come in all these different sizes, and I have a bunch of them in different sizes. And what I do is, once I cut the tube, I take one of these clips and I just kind of secure it right there, so it really kind of closes the opening nice and tight. And then I just kind of stick this in a Ziploc baggie and seal it. And I have had really good results doing this, and it really does help prevent products from drying out. So that's just kind of a little quick tip I'm throwing in there for those of you who are like me and try to be a little frugal and save as much product as you possibly can. And finally, when it comes to just general talking to you guys, someone had asked me, made a comment on my last video regarding my Retin-A journey. And to be honest with you, I kind of go in these spurts with using Retin-A. Sometimes I get on the bandwagon and I'll use it for weeks on end, 4 days at a time. And then sometimes I just kind of get out of the habit of using it. And recently I've stopped using it a little bit because I've been volunteering more at my local SPCA. And I work in the puppy room there, and I don't volunteer inside. I'm one of these people that likes to be outside, kind of taking the dogs outside for walks and having them go to the bathroom and everything. So I am outside a lot. So I put suntan lotion on and a huge wide brim hat, but I kind of have backed off from the Retin-A because I don't want my skin being super sensitive to the sun. So that so far has kind of been my Retin-A journey when it comes to what I've been doing with my Retin-A. I just kind of keep up my other regular skincare routine. I still am using my Tarte Maracuja oil, and I still like the fresh gel. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's the one that smells like roses a little bit. I still use that in combination with that. Finally, my Target finds this week. Oh boy, I got 4 things at Target that I absolutely in love with, and I'm going to show them to you now and kind of give you a quick heads up, because I really think especially one of these is going to be gone from your department store or your local Target real fast. So let me get those right now and I will be right back. So let me start small and go to the big stuff. The first thing I got was this great little fringed scarf. It is thin but super, super, super soft. I love the colors in this scarf. I don't know, who this is made by in particular. I don't think it's really anybody special, but I just love the colors of this. And I'm not kind of one of these people that likes super big scarves. I just thought this was a great little scarf to wear under a coat or something like that. So, and it is so soft against my skin. I have this funny thing about things touching my skin and how soft they feel. But this scarf, besides having such gorgeous colors in, and I love the little fringe, it just is unbelievably soft on my skin. The next thing I got was just a plain, if you're like me and you love plain kind of layering thin shirts that you can just layer things on, I got this. This is by Massimo. The rest of the things I'm going to show you are all by Massimo. I love that line. I have had such great results with that. I just love the designs that come out under that brand. I just love them. But this is just a black, long-sleeved, super, super thin. I don't know if you can see how thin it is. Very lightweight, kind of, I don't know exactly kind of what it's made of, but it's kind of a little, it's so unbelievably soft, and it has a little bit of, I don't know if I'm going to say stretch to it, but it is just so super, super soft. And I love this for layering. It just has a round neck, super, super simple, nice and long. I'm wearing one right now. I have it in the black, and then I also bought it in this teal shade, which I really love. So unbelievably soft. I just pull my sleeves up. I love it. I love it for layering if I have a vest or something, or if I wear it under another shirt. Next is a great sweater I got from Massimo. I just love the design of this. It came in so many different colors, but for me, for my coloring loved this one the best. It is this sweater. It's long, it has a little bit of a band at the bottom. I loved this little design on the main body of the sweater. And what I like the most is this super, super cool, it almost looks like it was like needlework done or something, but I just love this neckline that comes around here. It looks so pretty on. It's super soft again also, and I think it's gonna be nice and warm too. But what I loved the best out of everything I got, I have like this gray hair that's sticking up here. I'm gonna have to dye my hair pretty soon. The grays are just kind of, all of a sudden, they got together and they decided they're all gonna grow at the same time. So the grays have gone crazy on my head. I'm gonna have to dye my hair pretty soon. I was in the checkout line and there were two women waiting in line. Oh my gosh, it's like sticking straight up. Sorry about that, guys. That's gonna have to be one of those ones I cut. It's just a wild rogue gray hair. I was in the checkout line and the checkout line was super long. So the idea of actually leaving the line to go and look at something, most people aren't gonna do that unless they're really desperate, because they only had 2 clerks working in Target the morning I was there checking people out, and it was just kind of crazy. But I found this gorgeous jacket. And it's almost like a sweatshirt coat. I don't know how to describe it. It came in black, it came in navy, and it came in this shade. And the neckline is beautiful. I just love the way the neckline falls. It has these nice little kind of buttons on the side here. The arms are super long, and again, the sleeves have the buttons on the sleeves. Has these super jumbo buttons going down. It has it hits me below my hip, and it has this great tie belt. Here's the back of it. I was waiting in line with this in my hand, and there were 2 women that saw me holding this, and they came over to me and they asked me where I got that jacket, because it is so soft. You would not believe how soft this is. And it's you know, it's not a super thick coat. You can see how thick it is right there in the sleeve. But I'm one of these people that likes to layer. So if I have a turtleneck underneath and maybe something else, or just a turtleneck, and put this on top, this will be perfect. This would be a perfect jacket for me. But there were 2 women in line. They both came over. They both wanted to feel the jacket. As soon as they felt the jacket, they were like, where did you get that at? I told them it was like about $39. And I showed them where it was. They both left the line with their carts packed up and went over there to try these on. Again, I love this. I can't say enough about this coat. I just love it. It is so soft. It looks gorgeous on. I love it that you can cinch it in the waist. Just beautiful. And again, only $39. Sizing wise, I am a super, super thin person. I probably weigh a little bit under 120, and I'm tall, and I ended up getting a large. And the reason I did is because I'm tall, the belt, I wanted the belt to really hit me at the waist, and I wanted just a little bit of room. I think the coat to me ran a little small, because I like a little bit of room so that when I tie it, I have kind of a little bit of, not blousing, but I just have some room for sweaters under there. So I ended up with a large in this jacket, and I ended up with a large in this sweater, and I ended up with a medium in this one, because this is very stretchy. So those were kind of my Target finds. Again, out of all of those, I would have to say the coat is just, I am just head over heels in love with that coat. And everybody that saw it, that I was holding it, went back, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of the sizes were already gone. Love that Massimo line. That's it for today, guys. Hopefully that was a fun review. I'm sorry if I stepped on anybody's toes regarding that Hourglass. It's just that for $45, I just didn't, I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering kind of where the hype is, you know, why this is so amazing. And I already like my highlighter, so I wasn't going to buy anything that was going to be a highlighter. I was just kind of looking for it mainly to blur and kind of give me that soft focused lighting, but I honestly feel like I'm getting that from my e.l.f. HD powder, which I think ran maybe like $3 or $4, maybe $6 tops. So that's just kind of my perceptions of that. Have a good day, guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye from Marla.